Hi guys, welcome. I'm Laura Madden. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'm a sustainable fashion advocate, style consultant, and I'm also an artist. Welcome to ReFashionTalk Live. You can also follow me at ReFashionArt. That's where I share the art side of my life, and that's a whole other thing. I do upcycled art, but it's similar to what I do here. It's another way to share how I like to merge style and sustainability and start that conversation around reducing waste, but also creating a fabulous, stylish lifestyle for yourself. So make sure you check out my ReFashioned art if you are not familiar with that yet. I just shared a kind of a fun Instagram live on Friday. I did an art show of, it was like a live art show. I just had my husband filming. It was super casual, but it was a ton of fun, you know, for me, of course. And that was on Friday. I have an art showing downtown Phoenix at a building down there, and I actually hadn't even been in to see it yet. So it was live, but it's shared on my ReFashioned Art IGTV, so you can go on there and watch it, and I hope you will. All the pieces are for sale, and proceeds will be going to COVID Relief Fund or an organization of the buyer's choice. One is already sold, and I was super happy to give a little donation to Remake. It's an organization that I care a lot about. Remake, at Remake Our World. So let me know, guys, hey Sonia, hey Paulina, Frambo Fly Fishing, how are you? Where are you calling it from? So I'm here in Arizona. It is a gorgeous day. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and there's blue sky ahead. So I'm curious where you are today. Where in the world are you watching from? Let me know. I think it's always cool to see people from all corners of the world, far away from where I am. So something I want to share, I've been talking a little bit about, getting dressed and the importance of having routine and some type of normalcy and control over your day. And so I'm curious if you're doing it. I'm curious if that's helping, or how else do you find that you're able to jump in and take control of your day. I know it's not the only way, but it's what I've been doing, and it's really been working for me. And I share my daily looks every day in my stories because, I get dressed no matter what. True fact. Just like a lot of other people out there, I've got nowhere to go, but I'm getting dressed anyway because it's just like part of my mental health strategy right now. It really is. And not even right now, it always has been, but now more than ever, it's very important. So it is a priority for me. I've shared also, I really want to keep these talks short and sweet. I would love to keep them down to 15 to 20 minutes. I tend to go over that, but today's going to be the day. Today, this is going to be short and sweet. And I'm not sure if you know, if you're a sustainability nut like I am, but this week is Earth Week, Earth Day. Not only Earth Day, but the 50th anniversary of Earth Day is this Wednesday, April 22nd. So I'm actually not quite sure what I'll be doing. I'm going to be sharing something about my art side on the actual Earth Day this Wednesday, but please stay close to my stories because there's a lot of awesome stuff going on, a lot of free talks, a lot of free webinars, and a lot of really good resources that I hope you will take advantage of. So stay close to my stories. I'm going to be sharing a lot of those resources outside of me that have nothing to do with me, but that I rely on for my information and inspiration. So please stay close to my stories. If you need a recommendation or if you have a question about that, please don't hesitate to DM me. But it's Earth Day this week. It's also Fashion Revolution Week, which is a really, really, really big deal. And Fashion Revolution Week, Fashion Revolution is an organization. It is a movement, it's a campaign, and Fashion Revolution, it was born out of a horrible tragedy that occurred years ago. There was a factory called Rana Plaza that had collapsed in Bangladesh, and over 1,000 people lost their lives. And it was one of those things, not exactly a unique story, because the garment workers basically were not being taken care of. The building was dilapidated, and the owner of the building totally ignored warnings that something like this could happen, and it happened. The building collapsed, and over 1,000 people died in that moment, in an instant. And it's something that's so horrible, but so easily could have been avoided if this person had taken care of his workers and taken responsibility. So anyhow, as a result of that tragedy, two women came together. I'm sharing a lot about this in my stories, especially today. And they formed this organization, and they have done a huge amount of good. I think it was 2013 or 2014, maybe they, Fashion Revolution actually had been birthed. And the industry, unfortunately, there's still a lot of change that needs to be had. So I hope you will check out Fashion Revolution. It's in my stories again. It's at fashion_rev, or you can follow at fashion_rev USA, which is the USA entity. They have separate Instagrams, and they all share great content. So I highly, highly recommend them. I hope you will check them out. But I found out about Fashion Revolution through the documentary True Cost, which I've talked a little bit about on here before. True Cost, I watched that in 2015. It's literally changed the trajectory of my life, both personally and professionally. True Cost changed my life, literally sitting there watching it. And True Cost, that documentary was produced somewhat in response to the Rana Plaza tragedy and Fashion Revolution Week banding together. So if you haven't watched True Cost, please watch it. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today, talking about fashion in the way that I am, if not for that documentary. Really, really good. So I'm wondering what you guys out there, what new has come up for you out of this period of being homebound. So many of us are stuck at home, and we are realizing new things that we really don't like about maybe our life situation or ourselves or our jobs or whatever, or things that we really do like. So I'm wondering what's working for you, what's something new that has come out of this period so far, hopefully something positive. And I'll just say for me, I'm realizing I need to do way less work on my computer, less sitting down and writing, because there's so much of that it's just not in alignment with who I am. I am more of a natural speaker, and I love speaking. I love getting on here and talking and having conversations. And so this ReFashionTalk live Instagram segment is something that developed for me. And if you follow my blog, ReFashion Report, this is kind of like an extension of the blog. It's kind of like that has evolved into something that I really wanted to do for a very long time, and just get on here and talk about ReFashion, which is my word for the reinvention and reimagination of our relationship to fashion, and continuing to use fashion for good, fashion to make us feel good, and fashion to do good for the planet. So I'm wondering, what are you starting that's new? What are you saying bye-bye to that's not working for you anymore? Hey, John, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hi, Shop Viva Vida. Thank you. We are threaded. It's so good to see you. So guys, if you have a question, please, there's a little question mark icon at the bottom of the screen. Please tap that and put your question in there so I can see it. It will pop up right away. Things that go in the comments, it's really hard to follow them, and they get lost really easily. Hi. So, or you can always DM me. I'm checking them as we sit here on my iPad as well. So yeah, ReFashionTalk, letting go of computer. I still will be on my blog. I'll still maintain my blog, but definitely doing less of that. Definitely doing less of that. And change is hard, man. It is hard, but it's really empowering and feels really good. And when you let go of those things that you really don't love and start filling them with more things that you really do love, it just, it does a lot for your self-worth. and your self-esteem. So this whole pandemic homebound period has been a catalyst for me to get on here and do this. And yeah, I do hope that someone somewhere out there is, inspired, entertained, somehow educated on something that uplifts their day. But again, please send me your questions. Really, really loving them and enjoying them. And it's giving me a really good structure for these talks. So I've been sharing my daily looks. Today I am wearing a thrifted silk blouse that I love. This is Alice and Olivia. I actually bought this one of the last times I was shopping, which was months ago, with my friend Carissa of Be Fearless on a Budget. This was purchased at the Arizona Humane Society thrift store, which is an awesome place. I think it was $4. It's like one of those places where all of the tops are the same price, all the bottoms are the same price, dress is the same price. So I love this top, I love this color, and today I'm definitely dressing for the mood of the day, and I really just wanted to feel alive, and I was feeling kind of tired, so this is one of my favorite colors. We'll call it fuchsia for the time being. And the jewelry I'm wearing, a few pieces that I upcycled. I love this one. I just love, and again, when I say upcycled, I took broken pieces and I put them together into something new. So this one here, I love these little resin pieces. This just was a broken piece that came off something else, and this was a broken chain, and I put it back together, and that's just fun. Upcycled this one, and then this is an awesome piece, and I will put this in the notes. This is, and I'll put it on my stories today too. This is by a local artist called it's at Just Idle Hands if you want to look him up. I love his work. He's a painter, but also he does jewelry, and he's a metal worker, and so he uses remnant like materials, leftovers that some people might just like trash, and he makes jewelry out of them. And I love, of course, I think this is brass, but I love anything gold tone. And then I'm wearing these little earrings. You can't really see them, but I just love them. They're so fun. I made them myself with odds and ends that came off of other things. Hair today is like au naturel to the max. My husband called it your boho look, and you know what? He's right, because didn't wash my hair, didn't really quite brush it either. So it's like au naturel to the max. Let me know, what do you think? I guess it's kind of like the beachy waves thing. So is it working? Is it not? One little thing I want to share, Goodwill, New York, New Jersey is doing a $200 gift card giveaway. I think it expires tonight or tomorrow night at midnight, but all you have to do is share a thrifted look. You can share it in your stories. It can be a snapshot, it can be a video, but share your thrifted look. It doesn't have to be from Goodwill, but make sure you tag at Goodwill, New York, New Jersey. I will be posting my video today. It will be a part of my IGTV, but they put your look stories or in your feed and tag them for a chance to win a $200 Goodwill gift card, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, $200 at Goodwill, you can buy a lot. That's gonna go far. So, hey Caroline, thanks for joining. So yeah, make sure you check that out, my stories. I'll be posting that shortly after we conclude here. But so this week, in light of the events, Fashion Revolution Week, Earth Day, Remake is also still running their #PayUp campaign. We're trying to get the garment workers paid because a lot of the garment workers are basically getting screwed, and brands are canceling orders that they put into factories months ago, and so the factories aren't getting paid, so the factories are not paying the garment workers, and it's a really, really horrible situation. So I hope you will sign the Pay Up petition. I will have that in my stories today as well. It will also go in the show notes when this goes on IGTV. And hopefully we can get those garment workers paid. I believe we can do it. And we'll be saving millions of lives for sure of garment workers around the world, because these people are already living in poverty, making below living wages, and now they're not even making that. So I know we can all do something to help. Okay, want to talk sustainable fashion, and again, I'm going to keep this short and sweet today. When I think of, and I have gotten some questions about this, a number actually, about sustainable fashion shopping tips, sustainable fashion styling tips Friday, I'm going to talk a little bit more on the styling part, but when I think of sustainable fashion tips, I'm going to give you 3 that I find are very, very important. I'll just warn you, they're not necessarily glamorous, so I don't want you to be disappointed, but they're really important and they work. Hey guys. So, number 1, shop your own closet. And this goes back to something I've been talking a lot about, restyling what you already own. It is super powerful, and it's what I've been doing while I've been homebound. That's my thing. That's what I love to do, is just restyle, reinvent, reimagine the items that I already own. And it's a great way to cut down on waste. It's a great way to shop less and maximize the wardrobe you already have. So shop your own closet. Go in there. I challenge you. Go in. Hey, Fabric Lady 3. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Bay Area. So good to see you. So again, shop your own closet. Go in and find 2 things that I think are pretty powerful. Go in and find your favorite piece, the thing that you find yourself wearing over and over and over again, and challenge yourself, challenge your creativity. How can you come up with one totally new way of wearing that item that you've never worn it before? I wear this all the time, and sometimes it really just like, it blows my brain, because it's like, you're kind of like a fashion investigator, you're a style investigator. It's like, how else can I put this together? So find your favorite piece, come up with a new way of styling it. Another thing, another little tip that I like to do if I'm really wanting to challenge my creativity, go in and find that one piece that you literally have not worn in years. You are not getting rid of it because you know you have a purpose for it, you love it, you know you're gonna wear it at some point, but you haven't. So what's the problem? So grab that piece and make a look around it. Find a way to wear it. Get it all together, because someday, somewhere out there, we're all going to be going out again, and we're gonna have places that we need to go. So you'll have a great outfit put together, and you'll be able to utilize something you haven't in a very long time. So that's one thing. Shop your closet, restyle. Another thing is swap. Number 2, sustainable styling tip today is swap. I've gotten really big on clothing swaps. I used to host them years ago when I first lived in Arizona. And then when I moved, that was probably like 2010, 11, 12. When I moved from here the first time, I just kind of stopped doing them. I don't know, it kind of lost me. Then when I moved back here, I started doing them again. Remake, the organization I referred to earlier, they also are really big on clothing swaps. If you need inspiration, you can check out their website, which is remake.world. So swapping with your friends, it is another way of taking part in that circular economy and reusing items that already exist. Shopping, circularly, it's just like shopping secondhand. But if you're someone who's really trying to save money, not spend any money, it's a great way to get together with other friends and girlfriends and swap clothes that you no longer have use or want for. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and I've seen it happen over and over again. People have brought in clothes that they just cannot even look at anymore. I have picked them up, and it's like, I have found the best thing ever. So clothing swaps are super powerful. I know we're not getting together and doing them now, but when we are at that place where we can come together again, please consider hosting a clothing swap. It's awesome. And this also goes along the lines of borrowing from a friend or lending something to a friend or renting even. So again, it's that circularity. It's keeping something already made in circulation, and it's just the reuse. We're cutting down on waste. We're saving resources, and I'm really into it. I'm really loving it. So the last tip, number 3, would be to mend the clothes you already have. Now, I'll admit I totally suck at this. I have mended things. I have sewed a button. I have replaced many buttons. But hey girl, how are you? Amanda, thanks for joining. So I have sewed many buttons. But if you look under the hood, it looks like a 3-year-old sold those buttons. So I would love, one of my goals this year is to learn how to really mend, how to repair my clothes. But mending is so powerful. Again, it's that circularity. We're keeping things in circulation that already exist. And a lot of times these are things that we already love, that we already know we love, that fit us, that we know have a place in our wardrobe. So if you get a hole or a tear, you know, of course you can go to a tailor, and I highly encourage you to, but it's also super powerful to know how to do it yourself. Again, that's on my list this year. That's one of my goals, is to learn how to mend. Actually, this week I was, for months, I was hoping to have an event, a clothing swap, and also have a tailor come in light of Earth Day as well as Fashion Revolution Week. Unfortunately, that will not happen at this time because of the current global crisis. But mend your clothes, guys. Please, if something tears or it becomes, you know, worn or damaged, don't just throw it away. Find a way to repair it. It's so powerful. And again, we can slow down that demand on the fashion industry to produce more and faster clothing. So that's it. There you have it. My top 3 sustainable styling tips for today. Shop your own closet. 2, swap with a friend. 3, mend. So what can you do to repair the clothing that you already own and love? So that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about today. Again, I said I'm going to keep this short and sweet, and I feel good that I did it. I didn't talk forever. I hope you found some value in this. I did put a post up yesterday. Hope you will check it out. Looks like I have face painting on. That was actually a filter. It was a campaign that one of my modeling agencies, Role Model Management, in New York and LA, they have partnered with Plus One Vote, at Plus One Vote, if you want to check them out here. And this is a campaign and an organization that is encouraging people to vote and encouraging people to get their friends on board, register to vote, and voting, so we can really create true lasting change in this world. So check out my post that I put up yesterday. Again, that was not face paint, that is a filter. And I nominate all of you on this call today. Please go on and share it in your stories or share it in your feed and nominate your friends to register to vote and to vote. The more of us doing it and talking about it, the more we can make it cool. And therefore, the more, suddenly we have a movement, the more people are going to want to be a part of it. So it's at Plus One Vote, and use the filter. Go into your Instagram stories, take a selfie, and just do a search for Plus One Vote, and you can get that cool filter that will make it look like you wrote vote on your face. I think it's pretty freaking cool. The other thing I want to, again, remind you, Remake, please go to at Remake Our World. They're still running their #PayUp petition. Please sign the petition. Share this if you feel moved to share it with your network. Again, at Remake Our World here on Instagram. And a few other mentions, check out Fashion Revolution Week. So the top 2 that I'm following right now, at Fash_Rev. Don't worry, I'll put this in my stories. It is in my stories actually, but I will put it in the notes when this goes up on my IGTV. At Fash_REV USA. That's the Fashion Revolution Week USA arm. And hey, Ciara. Hey, thanks for joining, guys. So also check out at TBC Consignment. They're a local consignment store here in Arizona. They do lives every Wednesday, and they're sharing some awesome content, really trying to educate and inspire people about the whole process of buying less, but buying better. And I am loving what they're sharing. It's super valuable, super good content. And they always share lots of eye candy as well. So follow at TBC Consignment, at Designer Treasure Hunt. She's another local designer reseller here. She is also a good friend of mine. Love her style. So please check out at Designer Treasure Hunt, at mysisterscloset.com. Here on Instagram, they're also sharing some great content. They're another consignment store here, but they ship out. So I hope you'll get on and shop if you feel moved to shop right now, and stay close because I will be doing some collaborations with them in the coming weeks, which should be really fun. And let me see, True Cost. Check out True Cost. That will also go in my stories today. That's the documentary I referred to that was totally life-changing for me. Hey. And check out at Global Fashion Exchange. I did share them in my stories today. I'll make sure that hasn't expired. I'll share it again. But at Global Fashion Exchange, they're doing a lot of work with Fashion Revolution as well this week. And they are like mega, like queens of clothing swaps. So please go check them out. It's another resource that I really want people to know about. And I get a lot of great information and inspiration from them. Who else? Let me see. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Oh, check out Goodwill. NYNJ, that's Goodwill, New York, New Jersey. Shortly, I'll be putting up my IGTV video. It will be going in my feed, so check that out for a chance to win a $200 gift card to Goodwill, which I think is pretty cool. Hey guys, hey, thanks for joining. So again, send me your questions, DM me whenever you have a chance. Friday, I'm back again, 11 a.m. And just as a reminder, all of these lives will be going in my IGTV, so they can be rewatched, and I hope you will rewatch them, invite your friends. But Friday, I'll be talking a little bit more about personal styling, sustainable styling tips, and of course, sharing anything else that's of the moment. I'm sure I'll have a good recap of you from this Earth Week and Fashion Revolution Week. But again, please stay close to my stories because I'll be sharing resources of other people that I think are super valuable to follow. So that's it for today, guys. Have an awesome day. Make sure you're getting dressed. If you share in your stories, tag me. I want to see what you're wearing. And yeah, I will see you Wednesday at ReFashioned Art, where I'll be talking about art on Earth Day. And then I'll see you right back here on Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, talking more sustainable styling tips. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.